Assignment 7, Part 4. What we're going to use for most of this assignment is called the unit circle. Now, maybe in pre-calc, you might have to memorize some of this stuff. As a high school teacher, I have better ways of doing this, but for what we have to do, we can just reference this unit circle. I just found the best one I could online. This one has the degrees and the radians, so degrees, radians, so it'll be helpful for our assignment. The one thing you need to know, see these values out here? Okay, let's just take that right there. Okay, that represents an XY value. And for trig, and this is how I remember it, this is alphabetical order. It's your trig functions in alphabetical order. So the first one's cosine, the second one is sine. So for example, if I asked you cosine of 30 or pi over 6, it'd be radical 3 over 2. If I asked you for sine of 30 or pi over 6, it'd be 1/2. Okay, and be careful over here. Your x's are negative. Over here, they're both negative. Watch out for those negatives. Over here, your y's are negative. All right, so we're going to refer back to this, the whole unit, and I clipped this throughout the presentation. Okay, find the terminal point on the unit circle determined by 3 pi over 4 radians. Use exact values, not decimals. Sorry about that, excuse me. So terminal point, they're looking for the x and y. All right, so it's 3 pi over 4. Let's go back. All right, I'm going to erase what I did over here. Okay, so 3 pi over 4. Let's find 3 pi over 4. Where is it? Okay, here it is. 3 pi over 4. It's the red. So this is your point that you need. So negative radical 2 over 2, comma radical 2 over 2. So we found 3 pi over 4, and this is the terminal point. This is the point on the – it makes a triangle. I'm kind of taking shortcuts. In pre-calc, they'll explain this better. So the terminal point at 3 pi over 4, this point right here. So that one would be negative radical 2 over 2, comma, radical 2 over 2. Okay, last one. I bet you can do this one on your own now. Find the terminal point for 7 pi over 4. Okay, let's go back. 7 pi over 4. Where's 7 pi over 4? Okay, got it right there. 7 pi over 4. Here's our two values. Radical 2 over 2, negative radical 2 over 2. All right. So that's finding the coordinates on a unit circle. Okay, so this is the unit circle. I think I said that before, but that's a unit circle. It tells you all about all your trig functions. All right, let's move on. All right, typed it again. Now we're finding special angles in degrees. So they're going to give us a degree, and we're going to figure out if they ask for cosine, we'll give them the x. If they ask for sine, we'll give them the y for the appropriate one. All right, let's take a look at the first problem. So sine 30. So we're looking at the y value. So here's 30. So remember, this is cosine, this is sine. So sine 30 is 1/2. And some calculators will do that for you. So just get 1/2. That's it. And they want the exact value, so don't put decimals in here. Okay, this is the toughest one. Sine of negative 120. Okay, I don't see any negatives here. So what we're going to do for number 2, okay, we're going to use a coterminal angle. And that chart only gives us between 0 and 360. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this one, I'm going to take negative 120. We can use a calculator, add 360. So we get 240. All right. So we're going to find sine of 240 because the coterminal angle, it's the same exact thing. We just went around in a circle. Okay. So let's find sine of 240. So find 240. There it is. And sine is your second one. So negative radical 3 over 2. So negative radical 3 over 2 using our unit circle. If you would like to pause the video and try number 3, go ahead. I'm going to make this easier and just write this over here. So you can look at this and look at the chart. So if you want, pause the video, try this problem. I'm going to continue on with the answer. Okay, so here we go. Ready? So 225 is right there. Cosine is the x. I know this wouldn't matter because they're both the same, but we should know this. Sometimes it is different. Cosine's the x, so negative radical 2 over 2. Okay. All right. So we did all this. The toughest one is this one. It has to be between 0 and 360. All right, now we're going to go with radians. So I'm going to give you the radians, which are out here. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing with radians. So 5 pi over 4. Remember, if it's like this one, I'm going to jump ahead. We have to do a coterminal between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, so first one, sine of 5 pi over 4. Okay, find 5 pi over 4. All right. I think I got it. Let's try this highlighter. Let's see how this works. 5 pi over 4. Where is it? Right there. There's our 5 pi over 4. And it's looking for sine, so this is our answer right there. Negative radical 2 over 2. They keep asking you the middle ones. That's why we keep getting the radical 2. You could get any of these points on here. Okay? Let me erase that so we can do the next problem. Next problem, negative 4 pi over 3. All right, that's not between 0 and 2 pi. So this is smaller, so we have to make this bigger. So we have to add 2 pi. Remember our coterminal? So that's negative 4 pi over 3 plus, you have to put this over 3, so multiply by 3 over 3, 6 pi over 3. That's 2 pi over 3. So we're going to find sine of 2 pi over 3. It's the same as this because of coterminal angles. Okay, sine of 2 pi over 3. So if you want to pause it and find it, go ahead. I'm going to continue on. All right, 2 pi over 3. There it is. And we're looking at the sine, so we want the second one, the y. So our answer is radical 3 over 2. Okay, so here's 2 more cosines. Cosine of 3 pi over 4, cosine of 3 pi over 2. Let me see if I can add a page and if it's still there. It's good. All right. So cosine 3 pi over 4, cosine 3 pi over 2. Okay, so 3 pi over 4, where's 3 pi over 4? Right here, cosine, right here, negative radical 2 over 2. And then 3 pi over 2, we haven't seen this before, it's right here. So cosine is the x, so it's right here. Cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0. Okay. And that concludes this video.